Don't let Mother Nature put handcuffs on your home.
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. You know, we are having some unbelievable weather right now for this time of year. The winter is upon us. We're almost into Thanksgiving here in a few weeks, which is exciting because I love eating turkey. But, it's just great because the weather's still kind of nice and we can get a lot of stuff done. And the guys have been in a very good mood because the weather's so nice and we can get in and get these jobs done. And, today I want to talk a little bit about energy efficiency. If you got a fireplace, a lot of people don't check their fireplaces too often to see if you got any kind of soot or grime in the fireplace. They do make the logs that you can burn in your fireplace to kind of get that creatinine out of the fireplace and kind of clean it a little bit. But I always recommend having a chimney guy come out and, scraping it and kind of cleaning it because, that's the biggest way to start a fire in your home is if that stuff gets, built up inside there, it can cause a fire and it can catch the house on fire really quick. I had a friend in high school who never cleaned his chimney, and we basically were sitting there burning a fire. And I tell you, it was amazing. Within 20 minutes of starting this fire, the whole top of his roof was on fire, and we called the fire department, and I was just blown away how quick that happened. So do yourself a favor this winter, go up or send someone up, check the chimney, make sure you got nothing stuck in there, any kind of anything that was burning that might have stuck in there, and also check to make sure there's no soot, no grime on the inside of that, because keep that thing clean. You want to make sure it's clean, because if you don't keep it clean, you could catch your house on fire, and that could be detrimental to you and your family. So we want to keep you safe this winter. And just a little tip here from Elegant Homes. And, the other thing I want to talk about, too, is your roof. We're talking about the chimney. You might as well talk about the roof. It's a key element to your home. And a lot of times, people don't realize that you might get a missing shingle, or you might have some flashing that comes off, or you might have a sewage boot, one of those 3x4 sewage boots that actually gets cracks in them. So have someone go up and check that roof too. Do an inspection on the roof. Make sure everything's buttoned up for the winter, because a lot of times what happens is that snow gets on top of the roof. You'll get that ice damming, and you might get that 1-inch crack, crevice, or hole, and that water might come in and cause yourself some damage, or could even stain the ceiling. So make sure you check that out for the winter time. Roofing and chimneys, they kind of go together. You got to flash, you're always flashing chimneys because there is, if you got a saddle and you want to make sure that you flash around that chimney, because if you don't, you could have some major problems down the road. And that's one of the biggest things we see today when we go up there is either the flashing's not buttoned up or sealed, or we'll see those pipe boots that are just a mess. So also to go down and make sure the gutters, everything is attached. You make sure you're flashing and your drip edge is all running into the gutter, so you don't get water rolling up underneath that shingle and causing water damage. Because that ice damming, when that ice kind of hangs over the side of the roof and it melts, it can go right up underneath there and rot that wood out at the edge of your roof, and that's bad, bad, bad. You don't want that to happen. So make sure checking those chimneys, making sure they're clean, and make sure we check those roofs from top to bottom, because if you check those and everything's buttoned up for the winter, you got no problems. You can enjoy your family for all the holiday seasons, and make sure that everything's nice and buttoned up. This is Elegant Home Podcast. I'm Don Riley, your host, and we'll be right back. You know something I love? I love talking about our friends at Marshall Chevrolet. My good buddy Rob Marshall and the gang out there, they are always so friendly and nice. When you go out there, I bought my personal 2020 Trail Boss for those guys, and they dress that thing up. And I'm telling you, I love my truck. Love it, love it. But if you're looking at those Equinox, Chevy, maybe that new Camaro that you've always dreamed about, or maybe that new 2021 Corvette, they're all looking at those Corvettes now and thinking, I want one of those. He's got it there at Marshall Chevrolet. So stop out and see the gang there at Marshall Chevrolet. They are in Carrollton, Kentucky. And remember, make sure you tell them Don Riley from Elegant Homes Podcast sent you.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes. We took a short break there. You know, we're talking about energy efficiency and button the house up for the winter. Winter's coming. And, you know, everybody's saying, the Farmer's Almanac is saying we're going to have a bad winter this year. So we're going to make sure everything's buttoned up. So that way you're going to be in your home a lot more this year. So let's do ourselves a favor. Let's go down in the basement. We were just on the chimney and the roof. So let's kind of take a walk down in the basement. Let's make sure that that furnace, the pilot light, is lit. Let's check those filters. Make sure those filters in your furnace, pull one of those out. Make sure it's nice and clean. You don't want to stuff that system up if it's dirty or grimy. So, you know, if you got a 24 by 25 or a 20 by 20, pull that thing out. Make sure it's nice and clean. If it's not, get yourself a new one. Put that in for the wintertime. And that way you keep that nice, clean air running through the house. You're going to be in the home a lot more. So you're going to, you know, if you got 3 or more people in the home, you're going to have a lot of what I call milky or musty smells coming. If you don't have the that filter changed, you could have smells. You could have, you could be clogging the furnace up and could cause yourself some issues, mechanical issues. So make sure that air's flowing good throughout the house this winter. Also, too, I don't know if most people know this, but everybody on their hot water heater has a setting on there. So make sure you when you go down to set that, make sure you set it on the bottom for make sure that heater is the pilot light is lit, and you're getting good hot water. So because a lot of times in the wintertime, people's hot water heaters go out. We see it happen a lot. So make sure all your settings are good on there. So, make sure if you got that furnace, go down and check that winter and summer settings, because if you want to make sure you click that over to your winter settings and make sure everything's running efficiently. So that way you get the most energy efficiency out of that furnace for the wintertime. Also, too, if you are the type of person that's handy, pull the cover plate off your furnace. Take you a wet rag or a damp cloth and kind of just go in there and wipe everything down. Just keep, spider webs or dust or grime off of the inside of that furnace. It makes a huge difference for the energy efficiency in the wintertime. Or if you're not the person that likes to do that, hire yourself a heating and airing company to come out and clean that, do a service call for you. I think right now you can get some really good deals on some of these furnace and air companies that come in, and heating and air companies, and come in and do a service for you, $80-$90. And it's really worth it because it could save you a lot of money in the long run of replacing that system. So also windows, check your windows, air infiltration. That's a huge thing. I know we talk about that a lot here on this show, but windows are a big way that you lose a lot of energy efficiency throughout the house. Also, doors. If you got one door with 1 inch crack, crevice, or hole in it, like I always say, you're trying to heat that house with a brick or, a door, just leaving it open. So you want to make sure everything's buttoned up for the winter. So guys, make sure you do that. And we're going to keep throwing good tips at you as winter rolls upon us. And we got some good news. We got some guests that are going to be coming on talking about buttoning the house up for winter. They're going to share some of their experience, and we're going to talk to some heating and air companies that come in. And also, too, We might even have some solar people come in. So stay tuned to the Elegant Home Podcast. I'm your host, Don Riley, where every week we give you some of the best tips in the home improvement business. And we are so excited for 2022 coming. We got all these new products and services that we're going to be sharing with you to keep you informed and keep you on top of your home, your largest and biggest investment. I'm Don Riley, Elegant Home Podcast. We'll see you next time.